Dan, you can start.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the DeForest Park Neighborhood Association. We start our meetings with just a little phrase to let everybody know what's going on. Any person or organization not affiliated with the DeForest Park Association may not use, copy, alter, or modify DPNA photographs, graphics, videography, or other similar reproductions or recordings without the advance written permission of an authorized designee from DPNA. To use any footage, please email info@deforestpark.org. And Ryan, we're ready for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States
of America
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty
and justice
for all.
Okay, and we need to approve the minutes. Are we going to approve them as submitted? I think we've all seen them. Okay, we're approved. Okay, next, the North Station report. Thank you, Ryan.
I don't see anyone from the North Station here.
That's all right. You can take a look at what's going on. This is directly from the police, and their online reporting, so you can see everything going back to February 15th. So any questions? Okay, moving on. Jordan High School update. Keisha, are you ready? You're on.
I'm ready. Good evening, everyone. So nice to see you all. I am super excited to tell you that it is now safe enough for us to return our students to campus. So we're going to return on a 3-tier timeline. So our teachers are going to return on April 12th. So that'll give them a week just to get acclimated to being back on campus full time. Then April 19th, we're just going to have our seniors return. You know, the seniors have been gypped out of a lot of the fun senior activities that they would have traditionally had. So we just want them to have the campus to themselves for a week. And then on the 26th, all the underclassmen will return. So we'll have everybody on campus who choose to come. So what we did as LBUSD, we sent a survey out to all parents. And that survey window was from March 1st to February through Friday, March 12th. And it gave parents the option to choose an in-person hybrid option. So when students come to school half of the time, or they could stay at home the entire time to do the distance learning if that's their preference. So if a student or students were to choose the hybrid schedule, this is what it would look like. We're actually cutting the school in half. So however many numbers we have coming back. So let's just say we have 1,000 students coming back. We'll have half of that population coming on one day and the other half on another. So what that would look like, we're having what we're calling Group A and Group B. So if I am in Group A, the first week of school, I'm going to come to school on Monday. On Mondays, every period meets at Jordan. Then the rest of the week, Tuesday through Friday, they alternate days. So for instance, on Tuesdays, periods 1, 3, 5, and 7 meet. On Wednesdays, periods 2, 4, 6, and 8 meet. And we alternate that way. So if let's say I'm in Group A and Jonathan is in Group B. So that first week of school, as a student in Group A, I'm going to come to school on Monday. And then I'm going to come to school on Tuesday and Wednesday as a student in Group A. Every Tuesday and Wednesday, if you're in Group A, you're going to come to school. If you're in Group B, you're going to come to school every Thursday and Friday. So those things are consistent. Group A, every week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Group B, every week, Thursday and Friday. And these groups will alternate Mondays. So that's what the hybrid will actually look like schedule-wise. As far as instruction goes, if a student is on campus, they'll have direct instruction from the teacher in the classroom. Students at home will be getting that same instruction, but they'll be participating via Zoom, the way they've been doing for the past few months. The teachers are going to use headphones and microphones so they can walk around the classroom, make sure that they're attending to the students in class, and also able to hear and see what the students at home are wanting or needing. We're also going to have wipes, hand sanitizers available for students in every class just to make sure that everything is sanitary for them. So those students that do choose to come back to school, a day in the hybrid life would be they would enter campus, and we have 3 entrances. We have one in the front of the school, we have one near the gymnasium, and one on Myrtle. We're going to have temperature kiosks, and these kiosks are pretty cool. So they're these standing kiosks. If you walk past it, it'll take your temperature, and they do it quickly. So it's supposed to happen every 3 seconds that they can take temperatures. So not only does it take the student's temperature, but it also lets them know if they're wearing a mask or not. So if they aren't wearing a mask, it'll say, please put on a mask. So if a student has a mask, they'll put it on at that time. If for some reason they forgot their mask or they don't have their mask, then we'll provide one for them. So temperatures are going to be taken before they enter campus. They'll be asked health screening questions. So they'll be asked if they had a fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath, fatigue, muscle or body aches, new loss of smell or taste, sore throat, congestion or runny nose, nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. So they'll be asked all those questions. Now they'll receive an app where they can answer those questions the day before, so they don't have to stop and answer them when they enter campus. So we're hoping that most students would take advantage of that so we can get them on campus as quickly as possible. As far as their meals, they're used to having nutrition and lunch here on the campus, but we're only going to be able to serve lunch for them until May 1st. So until that time, they're going to get lunch, but students are not going to have to enter their PIN number, or they're not going to have to pay for it. So everybody's going to get lunch. Lunch is going to be free, and it's just going to be a grab and go. So that's going to be until May 1st. After that, after May 1st, what's going to happen? May 3rd, excuse me. After May 3rd, then we're going to have an additional grab and go for them at the end of the school day. So at the end of the school day, they'll be getting a dinner, a snack, and a breakfast. But again, that's not going to happen until May 3rd. In an effort to maintain the social distancing and help students with that, other than splitting the student body in half, we're going to have taped lines, directional arrows for the flow of traffic. Markers will be posted on the walkways outdoors. So it's going to direct students to walk to the right or to the left so they won't congregate the way they usually do. And there's also going to be taped lines and arrows to direct students up and down on stairways. So we are preparing for their arrival. We're really excited about that. You know, as you know, our freshmen really haven't been on campus yet. They came for pre-registration, but that's it. So we're going to have a freshman orientation just to show the freshmen the campus where their classes will be Saturday, April 24th, and that's going to be the Saturday before they arrive on campus. So that's what we're planning for as far as the students returning to campus. And the other thing we're pretty excited about is athletics have already begun. So soccer and football is already in full motion here, and we're going to have our first varsity football game this Friday at 7 o'clock against Milliken. So our first football game will be here. Football season is going to be 5 straight weeks. We have home games for 4 of those 5. The only week that we won't be here will be the week of April 1st, which will usually be a Thursday. All of our games are on Friday, but April 1st will be an away game. And the reason why that's on a Thursday is because students have Friday off before spring break. So we're looking forward to slowly inching back into the norm. Any questions on any of those things?
Okay, thank you very much, Keisha.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. Anytime, you're more than welcome to come and join us.
All right, thank you. Thank you all. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you too. Okay, old business. Oh, excuse me, I skipped someone. Jonathan.
Dan. And hello, everybody. Good evening.
John?
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Go ahead. Go for it.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, good evening, everybody. I'm the community organizer for Vice Mayor Richardson. I'll start off with citywide updates. We started off our vaccination process a few months ago. Right now, last week, actually, we began vaccinations for people with disabilities, as well as city employees. So if you are going to drive down to the convention center, just expect to wait about an hour and a half to 2 hours for a vaccine. Or you can do walk-ups if you find parking nearby. You can do walk-ups tonight. I mean, it's a much shorter wait time. There's a statewide goal that by May 1st, we will be able to vaccinate everybody over the age of 18. And for more information and to sign up for your appointment, you can visit longbeach.gov/vaxLB, and I'll go ahead and input that in the chat.
Okay.
So the other piece citywide is the Long Beach Recovery Act. $220 million were approved by City Council on Tuesday, and this money is going to be distributed to just various city services and organizations just throughout the city. So it's a big relief, especially after everything that went on with COVID. So we're happy to get some assistance from the federal government, and I'll attach the press release for more information as well in the chat for you all to take a look at. Kind of lengthy, but a lot of good information there. District-wide, we now have our 4th Starbucks over on Downey and Artesia. This is something the Vice Mayor is really excited about, just because, I guess before he started, we didn't really have places to congregate. And now we have 4 coffee shops, 3 standalone ones. The one inside the Target, I don't know if you count that one or not, but we do have we're expanding our coffee shops, and there's another one that's set to be built over on Long Beach Boulevard in the Coolidge Triangle neighborhood. So we're excited about that as well. That one's going to be a drive-through, and yeah, we're pretty excited to see that as well. And then the Paramount and Artesia project is moving along pretty quickly. We don't have a tenant there yet, but we are hoping to just get the structure built fast first. And if you have driven by Paramount and Artesia, you'll see that there's just a lot of great progress going on with the facility that's being built. So we're pretty excited about that. And then finally on the local level, I have heard back from parks in terms of the equestrian signs. So it is on the radar. This is something that they are going to be working on. So I'll have an update in terms of where they're at with that for the next meeting, but it is in the radar, and they are going to be working on that. And then also I've been in conversations with parking enforcement and LBPD in terms of just the issues going on around DeForest Park. I've gotten a few calls from residents just regarding after hours activity, people parking in front of the park. When it says that no car should be parked there, and then just different activities, I guess, that shouldn't be happening. Notified PD, and they have increased patrolling in the area. And that's all I got for my report. Are there any questions?
Okay, Jonathan, that sounds good. Thank you very much. Okay, Ryan, we have old business. Would you like to go through that briefly?
So last meeting, we discussed the use of DPNA's name, image, and likeness. That is the clause you see on the front of our slides. The use of closed session time during our board meetings, and that if there's anyone that wants to be a future speaker that's not already affiliated with DeForest Park, they would need to present to our board meeting prior to that month that they request to speak in. So if you wanted to speak, let's say, at our May meeting, you would have to present to the board meeting in April, first to determine if there's space and for us to vet the presentation to see if it makes sense. Just because you present to the board does not mean we will approve you to speak. And if you have opposing sides, we most likely will invite the opposing side to also present their side, or give them the invitation to present as well, the opposing view. And
Okay, thanks. Okay, new business, the ideas for the library. And I think we're going to just go ahead and move along into the to our guest speaker. So we need to have Gina, I guess, and is she the only one that I'm seeing in the chat?
I'm here too.
Oh, and Devin.
Yes.
So we're all ready. We're all ready when you are.
Awesome. Well, my name is Devin. Here, let me put my video on real quick. Hi, my name's Devin, and thank you guys so much for letting Gina and I speak. So Gina and I have a really exciting announcement about The Beat, which is in North Long Beach on Atlantic. Her and I have been working on the website. So if you guys want to go to thebeatlb.com, you can see updates we'll be posting here. We'll be using this as our platform to communicate with the public about what the project is, what to expect. And then also we hope that you will connect with us by subscribing to our newsletter. So once we have some announcements, you can get those directly. So yeah, we just hope that you guys will take a look at it. If you have any questions, there's also contact information on here. Touch base is a good place to start. So if you want to get in touch with us, you can always email info@thebeatlongbeach.com. And then I'll let Gina go ahead and take over. She's my counterpart. We're working together on this project.
Thank you, Devin. Hi, everyone. So my name is Gina Diarkel, and I am the Community and Tenant Relations Manager for the camp, which sounds like quite the title, but it boils down to basically events and marketing manager. And it has been my pleasure over the past year to help create activities and events throughout our outdoor property, the camp in Costa Mesa. and just kind of offer something unique to the space, which is what Devin and I will partner on for the beat as we kind of as we move through these restrictions and through COVID. So I want to just get the ball rolling on some ideas. Our team is working to create, when it is safe to do so, a neighborhood event to really, welcome you to the space, get you to know us, and really offer something wonderful. A neighborhood. Caught myself on that one. So what I would want to piggyback from Devin is on the Beats website, there is a touch base page. You can give us your name and your email address and comments. If you are a local musician, local artist, in the senior class at Jordan High and want to provide some artwork or participate in any way in this neighborhood event that we create, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know that you're interested. And again, we're in the brainstorming process. So, if you have ideas on what the neighborhood would really like and what the community would like to see, especially after for nearly a year now being told to not gather, we're so open to ideas, and we want to create something wonderful for North Long Beach. So that's what we're kind of working on. Again, get in touch is a great way to communicate us directly. Devin and I both monitor that email, so happy to chat.
So are there any questions from anyone? I'm sure there should be. Anyone? This is going to be one of the shortest meetings we've had.
Hey guys, this is Shaheen. I just logged on. How's everybody doing?
Oh, we're doing great. We're about a half hour in front, which you don't usually get at meetings. So
Okay.
everybody's going to go out home and have a good night with their families.
Oh, okay. That's good. Well, I wanted to you guys to meet our sort of community development people, Devin, and also Gina, who just made a presentation. I caught just the last part. I apologize for dropping in late. But so I think the latest is we're turning our plans in March 31st. So we're just a few weeks away from turning the development plans into the city. We're very excited about that. Our partners, Brandywine, honestly worked around the clock to make the self-set deadline of March 31st. And that's, again, as a reminder, on the larger lot. In the meantime, we have developed this website. We're just waiting for a couple more finishing touches. Quite honestly, I think we just want to have a little bit more input from City Council before we launch it. And so, Devin, are you on by any chance?
Yes, I'm here.
And so when is, I don't know, maybe you talked about this, I apologize because you dropped in late. When do you plan on releasing your website?
So the website, there was a couple of little tiny touches on renderings that we were waiting for, but it's live right now. We're going to go ahead and leave it live and just kind of keep rolling and improving upon the website as we go, because we've made many of thank you to City Council member Rex for providing suggestions and really great feedback. So we are still kind of implementing a couple of touches in there, but we've implemented many of his suggestions. So we're just going to keep on improving on it, keep on providing updates on developments as they come. And we hope to launch a blog and a newsletter eventually, activate social media. That's a little down the line, but at least we have a place, a platform for everybody in the community to come see what we're doing and then also engage with us. So
Thank you. Okay, so you guys, here's where I need some help. Man, I need some tenants. So on the residential component of the project, quite honestly, it's been, we've made great progress in terms of trying to promote businesses, artists, restaurants, coffee shops, breweries. We really need to get in front of that in terms of getting this neighborhood to come around. the last meeting that I sat on, we talked about Black Rain Coffee, right? And so we've been in touch with them. So we do have a proposal from them. It's a very aggressive proposal, but so we're going to take a look at that and see if that's something we can execute on. And we're in conversation with a couple more opportunities, but in general, I think if you guys are aware of someone local, we, as you know, only work with local operators. We don't do national tenants. I mean, I have no interest in bringing in, a Subway and a Happy Nail and I think we're just looking for really good, creative local operators. And if you guys have any outreach, please let us know. Jason House is our in-house, and Pasha, I believe you're doing some work for us as well, right? There you go.
Yes, I am.
Nice to see your face, Pasha John.
Yes, nice to see you.
So I think if any of you guys have any opportunities, or you're excited about an operator that's local, we're willing to really do what we can to bring him into this area. So on that note, I honestly don't have anything else to add. But if anybody has any specific questions, I'm happy to address for you.
There was a question, who do they contact with regards to commercial rentals?
I think you want to send an email to jason@thelab.com.
Okay.
And if you forget that email, you can just send it to me. You can send it to Devin. You can send it to Gina, and we'll forward it to Jason.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Shaky.
Okay, so folks, I think before I depart then, I just wanted to really commend you guys and thank you so much for having this type of a neighborhood event. Devin and Gina have been working with us for many years. I think Devin has been working with us for about 100 years. And she started the original Anaheim community development. And, it just makes it so much easier for us when there's an organization out there such as yours that we can tap into instead of individually going around and putting, sort of a person at a time. And it sounds like you guys are really well organized, and, really greatly appreciate the fact that you guys care about your neighborhood and, your sincerity and authenticity in making sure this place turns out to be cool and, sort of the new neighborhood for everyone. But the work you're doing obviously helps us as well. And I just wanted to personally thank you guys for that.
Well, we'd like to thank you, because if you don't succeed, we don't succeed.
Okay.
It's a team effort.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way we look at things. It's an opportunity for us to contribute, but it's also an opportunity to get to know who's going to be in our neighborhood for the next who knows how many years, doing things.
Awesome.
And having that relationship two ways. So you're more than welcome at any time to contact us at DeForest Park at our webpage, and we would be delighted. Anytime you have an update or you want to put it up, we'll put it up here and on North Long Beach News, and we'll get it out to as many people. North Long Beach News is I think we're about 4,000 people right now. It's still growing. It grows a little bit because
that's great. Very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you have comments about what's going on or you need help with something, that's a good way to do that.
Honestly,
a lot of people across the city.
Again, I think where we really need help, and we need help with leasing, you guys. I tell you, the COVID has really put a lot of challenges for small businesses. And, again, just as a reminder, the LAB stands for Little American Businesses. So we only work with little businesses. We don't do Starbucks deals and so forth. Not that they're bad, it's just not the product we're passionate about. So, and 30 years in business, I think this has sort of been the toughest year in terms of small businesses and restaurants. I mean, not only have we had to really help every single one of our operators just because of COVID, the reality is, most all of them are really good people. They just don't have the funds. If you can't open for business, it's hard to pay your rent and pay your employees, so I'm optimistic, not to be all negative, that, it looks like the world is starting to sort of get back to some sort of norm, if we can keep our, COVID under control and get the vaccines out. I think the mayor in Long Beach actually has really done a wonderful job just getting in front of things. But it's made it very difficult for us to, get somebody excited to come into North Long Beach and, invest X amount of dollars and build a restaurant. It's a big investment. I think people are just still wrestling with COVID, and it's going to take some time to ramp up. I think, quite honestly, one other challenge that I had not I didn't have in my business plan, quite honestly, is there's so much empty space available right now, you guys. Even like downtown Long Beach, where there's has had much more time to sort of develop and brew up, and it's a higher density in some ways. There's so much turnover in the restaurants, just a lot of folks had to close down, and a lot of those landlords are just making exceptional deals, so it makes it that much harder for us. So I think when somebody has an opportunity, or if they have an opportunity to open in Long Beach, it's like, okay, well, I'd rather go downtown because I think it's a little safer, and I think people coming here into North Long Beach, obviously they have to, it takes a little bit more of an entrepreneurship, and they really have to have a passion for the neighborhood, so it's I would honestly say it's been challenging and some days fairly frustrating, and we do have a lot of pressure on us from the city, not necessarily from city council, but from city attorney and city manager to get these leases done. But and I'm telling you, it's been a fairly daunting task with COVID. So anyway, so I think that's really the one area that I would love to see more activity and more effort to get things rolling. Okay.
Any questions? Any other questions? I think you pretty much answered all of them.
Awesome. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you for the invitation, and I wanted to thank Devin and Gina for helping me make their presentation today. And if you guys have anything, obviously you can always email us like the last.
Thank you.
Right. See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. And well, we're really ahead. Everybody's not speaking tonight. They all must have had good dinners.
And I think maybe Pasha, did he
I'm
have
sorry.
anything to add?
Pasha,
Yes, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me
you have
okay?
anything to add, or you want to tag on to this?
Yeah, I sure
I'm sorry,
would.
I almost overlooked you.
That's all right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Okay, will you allow me to share my screen, Ryan?
sure. Okay, in a minute.
Okay.
Isn't that how it works? I can say all the stuff I want. Help, Ryan.
I made you co-host, so you should be able to end this share screen and start yours.
Okay, this is not what I do.
There you go.
All right. Y'all can see that okay?
Yes.
All right. Well, good evening. Thank you guys for allowing me to speak with y'all. Very thankful and excited. As I've been introduced, my name is Pasha Darvishian. I own a commercial real estate company. We've been hired by the LAB Shaheen to help them with their leasing, and typically they do their leasing in-house. This is the first time they've actually reached out to a separate company to help lease a project out. Why they chose us was partly because I'm a member of the Business Improvement District in Uptown. I'm also a property owner in North Long Beach. So I have, I'm a stakeholder. I have a high level of motivation to see North Long Beach become as successful as it could possibly be. I want to thank Joni Ricks. I know she's not here; she's on pregnancy leave, but she's the one that suggested and invited me to speak to y'all. And I think it's important that we get some local community feedback early, so we can know which direction to go in. It's really you guys that know the locals better than I do. I don't live in North Long Beach. Most of the tenants that we're looking for, Shaheen had mentioned, are not corporate tenants. These are your local mom and pop tenants that we're striving for. For instance, this morning there was a great article in the Long Beach Post about the egg roll queen out of North Long Beach. You know, I just thought that was really exciting. You know, it's something that's grassroots. She's making really interesting egg rolls out of her house, and she's really successful. Those are the types of tenants that we're looking for, and we're reaching out to see if we can talk to. But I just wanted to spend a few minutes going through the details of the actual project. If there's any specific questions you guys have, I'm more than happy to go over those. But here's the basic layout of the retail portion that we've been hired to lease out. It's essentially the majority of the space is on Atlantic Avenue, with a portion on South as well. Obviously a very vibrant, colorful development that Shaheen has in mind. You can see a lot of the exteriors are very vibrant, like I mentioned, very artistic, a lot of a little indoor outdoor space. And there's essentially three major components that we're leasing out. One of those is the food hall. So if you can see here on this rent roll, we have a number of spaces that are available for the food hall. So as small of a space as 199 square feet up to about 1,200 square feet is available on the food hall. In addition to the food hall, we also have inline space, meaning 3 or 4 separate tenants in one building, and finally freestanding buildings. So there's freestanding buildings as big as 3,440 square feet. So there's a nice range of different products and spaces for tenants to choose from. So there really is no business that's too small or too big. We could accommodate anywhere from somebody that's just starting their first restaurant to others that have different locations, either whether inside the city of Long Beach or outside the city of Long Beach. We have a number of different spaces to choose from. The majority of the space is being marketed mostly towards restaurant, towards food-based businesses. I don't think Shaheen and them are opposed to having other types of retailers, such as artisans, craftsmen, clothing. It doesn't have to necessarily all be food, but I think food is definitely the draw to the project, and to most of his projects. Food is what brings people in, and the other types of retail obviously do really well once you start getting some foot traffic in the developments. Some of the challenges we've had, obviously, COVID aside, I think COVID is just a given that people have some issues with thinking about expanding their businesses right now, especially in the food space. But aside from that, it's the project is not built, so it does take a certain level of vision to understand what the potential is. Shaheen and the lab have not done a project in Long Beach or LA County, I believe. Most of their projects have been in Orange County, but they have a very good brand. And I think any development that you go to, if you were to go to the Packing House or the lab or the camp in Costa Mesa, people would get excited, because really it's an opportunity to get involved in something bigger than just a real estate project. Shaheen and them, I think, do a really good job bringing foot traffic to a development, creating something unique. But really the talent comes from the community. The talent comes from the tenants, like I said, the artisan, the craftsmen that we're looking for. So we need help finding tenants. So if there's, how you guys can get involved is really just dropping us a line. If there's anything you'd like to see, if there's any type of retailer you'd like to see, if you've ordered online, if you go to a restaurant and you thought, man, this would be really great in North Long Beach, you can drop me a line and just say, Pasha, here's a great concept. We love this vegan Chinese restaurant, fusion restaurant over here. Can you give them a call and see if they're interested? Those are the types of things that we're looking for. We love to give you guys feedback on what we're doing, but really the most helpful, mutual beneficial is getting feedback from you guys on which direction we should go to. We've done all the mass marketing we've reached out to as many concepts as we can via Instagram, and some of the other food halls like the Grand Central Market in downtown and the Santa Ana 4th Street Marketplace. But you never know, you can't cover anybody. So if there is somebody that you guys would like us to talk to, I'll leave my contact information in the chat, and you can reach out to me and we will follow up with any potential retailers you'd like to see in the community. If there's any questions, please let me know. I'd love to answer them.
Okay, I don't see any questions.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, right now we're going to entertain public comment. We are 501c3. We allow time at the end of our meetings regarding non-agenda items. Each speaker receives no more than 3 minutes. As you can see, we have a timer up there. So if there's anyone that would like to ask any questions or they have something they'd like to share, now's your chance. Okay.
Dan, Reese,
Sonia.
Anyone?
I'm here. I don't know if you were calling on me, but I'm here.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, let me, I think you have my video. So I have a question. We recently received a codes violation citation. And one of the comments was we have our trash sort of off to the side of our driveway in the front. And we're on a very skinny 25-foot wide lot. So there's really not room for us to drag our trash from the back to the front. So I asked the code enforcement officer, can I buy one of those camouflage like cabinets to put around the trash? I mean, I thought you couldn't see them because there's a tree there, but if the camouflage cabinet would be something that we could use, and he said I'd have to talk to planning. So anyone have insights on who in planning I talked to?
Sounds like you need to talk to Rex's office or through Jonathan, because if code enforcement and the city's giving you issues for trash cans, it sounds like that's something that needs to go through Rex's office.
Well, he was actually out here for something else, but he happened to note the trash can as well. So we had a very dilapidated fence that was falling over. Sorry.
Hey, Sonia.
Sorry, we're getting
So I
back.
inputted my contact information in the chat. You can reach me via email, or also you can call the field office number. We are furloughed tomorrow, but if you send me an email, I'd be more than happy to take a look at it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for reaching out.
Okay, anyone else?
Dan, Reese.
Okay, Reese. Go ahead.
You need me Saturday with the trailer?
Do I need you Saturday with what?
With the trailer.
I'm not sure. Probably first part. That would be about it. It won't be that. We're only going to be 3 hours. We'll probably be from 8 until 11. I think that's what we said.
Has anybody driven the alleys to see how they are, clean or dirty?
They're dirty. So we're going to have to grab some bodies from around the neighborhood to pitch in, but I don't know who will be available.
Yeah, I could use 2. That would work well.
Okay. Okay. So that's good. But yeah, from 8 till 11, we're all set up. So yeah, if you want to do that, sounds great, Reese. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Anyone else? This is the first time we've had more than 2. No one else?
Yes.
Wow. Go for it.
Yes.
Ms. Lee.
Whomever's responsible for beefing up patrols in the mornings up and down DeForest Park, I do appreciate that. I hope it's not just temporary, because it has made a difference in the number of questionable visitors that usually stop by in the mornings. So just a shout out to who's responsible for that. Please keep it going.
There's a whole bunch of us that have reported it, but mostly it's a big thank you to Jonathan, because he's the one that's got the feet on the ground there.
Thank you, Jonathan. Please keep it going. Appreciate it.
Will do. Yeah. Thank you for your feedback.
Okay, anyone else? Throw the dice. Okay, I don't see anyone else. Okay, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Dan,
Anyone?
don't you have announcements or anything you need to make?
Oh, I have one. Do have one announcement. On this Saturday, adjacent to the South Street Parkway, we will be having a neighborhood cleanup. So get your stuff ready. That's what Reese was talking about. That will only be going for 3 hours, from 8 in the morning until 11. And then by no later than 11:15, 11:20, hopefully they'll have picked up the trash bin and moved it. After that, we have the opportunity to meet the commander. And it's mostly for the leadership of North Long Beach. So if you want to see how some of the other neighborhood associations are doing, or you have people to talk, we're trying to limit the amount of people. We can actually hold about 25 people total. But we will have COVID rules in effect. That means you'll be wearing a mask. We have gloves available. There will be some refreshments. We've already ordered some good food. So you're welcome to join us, have a little bite to eat, meet the new commander. Her name is Megan. And this is how we generally welcome the commander in, so we can actually know who's enforcing the laws around here. So anyway, it's a good opportunity for you. Anyone else? Okay, now I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I motion.
Second.
A second from anyone?
Second.
Okay, we are now adjourned. Boom.